Codename Ladybug, an assassin known for his bad luck, is determined to get his newest job done with 0 casualties. His bad luck continues, however, as he finds himself on a bullet train full of assassins, all with their own ulterior motive. Ladybug soon finds himself in a tangled web and in the middle of a conflict he did not sign up for. This is Bullet Train.
I got 7 Mac 11s, about 8, 38s, 9, 9, 10 Mac 10s, the shits never end. You can't touch my riches, even if you had MC Hammer and them 357 bitches.
Bullet Train is the newest action film from director David Leitch. Now, first impressions for a film are always important, and the first impression you're always going to get for a film is more than likely the trailer. And once again, this is a film that had me hooked the minute I saw the trailer. I saw the trailer and I immediately went, yep, that's a movie specifically made for me. And holy shit, was I right. Bullet Train is a balls-to-the-wall action film with an amazing cast, a solid story, and just an entertaining film from beginning to end. Where do I start with this cast? Because it's phenomenal. Obviously, the main star of the film is Brad Pitt in what is one of my favorite performances of his. I just really enjoyed his character throughout the film. He's an unlucky guy who doesn't like it when people who don't need to be killed are killed on his assassin jobs. And I thought that was a really fun and interesting way to take an assassin character. Other great standouts of the cast include Aaron Taylor Johnson, Brian Tyree Henry, Joey King, marry me, and Hiroyuki Sanada. And all of their characters are just so great and unique. It makes for an awesome and memorable ensemble cast. Ugh. Ah, damn, I'm thirsty. Now, this is a film I feel was tailor-made just for me. It has all the makings of some of my favorite films. The story plays out a lot like a Quentin Tarantino movie, and I mean that in the best way possible. By that I mean the film has multiple stories going on throughout it. And the film handles the multiple stories tremendously. I can think of a few movies that just don't work because they're doing so many stories at once. Some recent examples I can think of is Guy Ritchie's Wrath of Man and the most recent Resident Evil movie. Those movies suffer from being either poorly told stories or just boring stories. Luckily, I don't think Bullet Train suffers from either of that. All of the stories in this film are really engaging with some great characters. Plus, I'm just a sucker for whenever movies like this have their stories converge, giving each story a purpose within the other stories, making what is, by the end of it, one solid story. Oh man, I need another drink. Now, I can understand the complaint where people might say the film is a bit slow in the beginning. This film is not an action film right out the gate. There's a little bit of setup you need to get through, but once you get through that, the film is non-stop awesome. Going back to what I said about this film being tailor-made for me, the action in this film reminded me so much of Kingsman. The action of this film is just insane. It will have you on the edge of your seat the entire time. All the while, some scenes being accompanied with Japanese versions of popular American songs, which again is a very Kingsman thing to do. I'm thirsty again. I have so many other positives to this movie, I'm not really even going to categorize them. An aspect to the film that I thought was quite similar to Zombieland was the fact that the film's characters are all in code names. We never know these characters' actual names, and I kind of love that. There's also one other notable Zombieland comparison. And the only reason why I say notable Zombieland comparison is because unlike some other films that have to do this, this film does it really funny and really clever. No spoilers, obviously, but do you remember that Chef Boyardee commercial? The one with the Chef Boyardee can following the little girl home, only to probably get that little girl in trouble because the mom probably thinks the little girl stole the can. Think of that times 11. I swear, this movie's great. There is even a pinch of snakes on a plane in this film. I am not even joking. Again, this movie's made for me. But really, this is to me one of my favorite action movies. At least maybe top 5, top 10, maximum. I just loved this movie. It has everything I want. A fantastic cast playing fantastic characters, some amazing action, and a solid and engaging story. Personally, I don't quite understand why this is so low on Rotten Tomatoes. But I don't often understand Rotten Tomatoes anymore. But I can highly recommend Bullet Train. It is an off-the-rails action film, and it could possibly be my favorite film of the year. I don't know, I'm still jumbling some movies around the top spot, but it's definitely close. I hope you all enjoyed this review, and if you did, please consider hitting that like button, and be sure to subscribe to be notified when my next review drops. Until next time, I'm Quint Dunaway, hoping you will keep it cinematic.